even experts make mistake, so it is not a big deal.
Yeah,
We must focus on consistency and practice, and we
yeah,
must know when we are making mistake. Why did you
yeah,
correct your sentence and your word? Because you know that well, but
yeah,
practice lagging somewhere. But now you have got that consciousness and that mindfulness. Know that I am not using yes over there, so why should not I
yes,
correct my right now? So
yes.
when we correct oneself at the same moment, so it reduce our fluency. Ma'am, good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning. I am doing well. Thank you. How about you?
I'm feeling under the weather, but I'm getting better. Are you facing any weather issues? Just like here, I live in Maharashtra, so it is fluctuating weather. Sometimes it is too much heat, and sometimes it is too much cold. Sometimes I freeze a lot. So, how is weather at your
As
place?
as I live in Mumbai, so in Mumbai, that weather is almost moderate, not too hot, not too cold. In winter season, in summer season it's too hot, but in winter it's good weather. Uh,
So, my name is Dipali, and I'm from Maharashtra, Amaravati. And I have completed my post graduation in commerce. I also teach students online, like spoken English, and I'm a farmer's daughter. I live in a very small village. I
mhm.
love to serve water to birds and feed them food. I like traveling a lot, and I have also a YouTube channel named called English with Dipali, and this is all about me. Thank you so much for
So
asking.
that's okay.
Uh, Commerce, M.Com,
Okay. And as you told that you also teach online students. So which
yeah,
subject do you teach online?
English, online classes,
English. Spoken
yeah,
English. Okay, spoken English.
yeah,
Okay, so first let me introduce myself also. As you
sure.
know, my name is Saraswati and I hail from Uttar Pradesh, but currently I reside in Mumbai. And
Mm,
for my education, I have graduated in Bachelor of Arts and
mm,
Bachelor of Education. After which I also completed web designing and
mm,
worked for 15 years on one particular software which is Photoshop.
mm.
But during pandemic, I quit my job. Currently, I am a homemaker and simultaneously running my YouTube channel. Yeah,
Wow,
that is
that's amazing
little bit.
that you are a web designer. I have never encountered with web designers, and I heard about interior design or something like that. Is it so?
Interior, yes,
Yeah,
interior designer, yes.
interior designer. What kind of design do you make? Like web design?
Actually, I have completed web designing course, but I worked on one particular software which is Photoshop. Like Photoshop is a software for photo editing purpose.
Wow. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
Wedding
very.
album designing, these are the things we do mostly, and retouching and restoration job, and so many works we do in Photoshop. Yeah.
It is amazing, right? Like you are working, you already had work in a well-known application name called Photoshop. So why do you want to learn this language, ma'am? What is the main reason of it? Because you are already uh, doing well in your life, in your career as well. So what makes you to learn this language?
uh, because I have a great passion and great desire to speak this language, not from now, since my childhood, but
Yeah.
I didn't get an opportunity that time. So nowadays I am at home. So I thought that it is a better option if I work on my communication skill. So it is for my personal growth, it will be good. And
Yeah.
for my daughter, I can help her in further study and can create an environment for her to learn and to speak this language better. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing idea that you are not learning this language for you, but you are learning this language for your daughter. It is amazing, ma'am, that you are actually educating your generations.
Daughter as well as for me, because if I learn this language, so I can enhance my personality more. And
Yeah.
when I go outside, as I live in Mumbai, so I get many opportunities where I can communicate to anyone.
So do you speak in English at your home as well, or only Marathi or Hindi?
Nowadays, I've started to speak in English, and last 3 or 4 months, we are very consistent with this journey. Like at home, we speak in Hindi. Sorry, in English nowadays. Yeah.
So you know how to speak Marathi as well, right? You are Marathi.
No, no, I am not Maharashtrian. I belong to Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah, yeah. You are
Yeah.
from Asia.
But I
But
know Marathi, but I can't speak fluently. But yes, I can manage with Marathi language.
so how many languages do you speak?
I speak Hindi very well because Hindi is my mother tongue. Nowadays, I started to learn and to speak this language so I can communicate in English and
Yeah.
Marathi, little bit
Mm.
Gujarati too.
Wow, Gujarati is lovely language and Marathi as well. Uh,
Yeah.
if you if you speak Marathi and Hindi, so definitely people will know that you are Marathi because
Yeah.
the rhythm, the tone, and the words that you use in Hindi.
Yes.
Even my Hindi is Marathi mix. When I speak Hindi, so they you will know that I am Marathi because the
Yes.
yeah mother tongue influence again in Marathi as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So, ma'am, what kinds of difficulties do you face when you have started your journey?
As all the learners face, so I also face the same difficulty. But
Yeah.
every learner have different level and they
Mm,
come from different background. It also matters a lot.
yes.
So I didn't face too much difficulty. Yes, in my initial stage, I was little bit hesitate when I connect with strangers. Not everyone, with few only.
Yeah.
But yes, I took that challenge and continued my journey. So yeah.
It is quite difficult for non-native speakers to learn this language because we don't get that environment. So,
Yes.
tackling all this hesitation and judgments and fear of making mistake become big deal for us. And
Hmm.
slowly we start to speaking with people, and it reduces our stress, our hesitation as well, and we become a fluent speaker. That is nice that you at least started and you take this as a challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you have started your journey.
To be honest, I have started my journey. It's been more than a year because I had taken some sessions on Clapping Go, and I was associated with Clapping Go, and because of that, they used to give me lots of feedbacks, and I work on my feedbacks. And I have
Mm-hmm.
seen videos with Nanda Kishore sir. So
Yeah.
he's student, and he used to teach me, taught me, and he used to teach me, and he used to correct me as well. His teaching style is amazing. I always
Mm-hmm.
appreciate him. And I used to get lots of feedbacks there, so I work on my feedbacks. But if you are taking sessions anywhere, it will not help you. You actually need to work on yourself, work on your pronunciation,
Mm-hmm.
sentence formation. You need to read a lot, you need to listen a lot, you need to speak, you need to write. So I have followed entire steps. I also listen podcast, and I also read books. I also order book online and I start reading. I also write online. I also like write offline. I also speak. So that is how
Mm-hmm.
I used to speak wrong English, but then with practice, I get to know that I need to work on particular topics and particular thing, and then I work on it. And that is how I'm gradually learning this language. And along with this, I also teach online, so it helps me to learn new things, vocabulary, idioms, phrases. So it is
Mm-hmm.
beautiful language and beautiful journey that uh, I am having with my students. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm doing
so in your online classes, how many students are there?
50 plus.
50 plus students, and
Yeah,
you teach them on one time, or you have divided different groups, different
yeah.
different sessions.
Actually, ma'am, all these are one-on-one sessions. I do not conduct group sessions because I always believe that if you are conducting group sessions, so the student will not get lots of time. Right now, you are only one and I am the one. So I am getting
Mhm.
lots of time. So it will not unfair with that student. If learners are there, they want to have sessions, so they conduct their sessions there are some particular days. If they're the students and they are busy with their school, so they can also cancel the session and they can book their session in the evening, afternoon and morning as well, according to their time. So it
So
is
means do
flexible.
you okay? Yes, yes, yeah, I got.
Yeah,
Yes, good, good. You are doing very really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Ma'am, I want to know that how do you work on your fluency? What is the main things you are doing and following for fluency?
Nowadays, I do number of things for getting fluency. Not only fluency, because I never run behind the fluency. Because in my opinion, fluency will come automatically
Hmm.
by practicing every day. Consistent. If I will be the consistent with this journey, so automatically fluency will come. But
Yeah,
mostly I run behind. I nowadays I run behind the accuracy. That is very important,
yeah.
and pronunciation also,
Ma'am,
because
you talk
both
about accuracy. Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
because two things are very important. Fluency will come automatically, because I also come across with many people, and they always ask me how to get fluency. But
Hmm.
in my opinion, fluency will come automatically,
Yeah,
because it takes time. It takes time. If
yeah,
you are consistent with your journey, if you practice every day 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or more than that, according to your time, so
yeah.
automatically you will get that fluency level. Yeah.
Ma'am,
And I do all the four parts that is important for learning this language: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Nowadays, I am working on both four means all the four parts, because
yeah.
now I am in intermediate level. So for going in advanced level, all four parts are important. So I am working over that part. Yeah,
It is amazing that, ma'am, that you are actually working on your accuracy and not on fluency, because you believe that fluency is always there. You actually need to work on your accuracy.
yeah.
And ma'am, here we get confused that actually I want to become a fluent speaker, but
Hmm.
I don't want to focus on grammar,
Hmm.
and we did grammar, and because of
Hmm.
that we don't practice grammar. And
Hmm.
I know you said it takes, and then you add that you said it takes some time. So
It takes
it's
yeah,
accuracy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So we must follow grammar.
In flow we speak.
Yeah,
After speaking, we realize, and uh, very means little means grammatically you are doing little bit mistake. So it's
yeah,
okay, but you should be very careful, and you should means able to recognize your mistake. Means if
yeah.
you are able to find out your mistake, means you are no, but in you know the what are the things we have to say. But in fluency, even sometimes I observe that tutors also speak some means are they use sometimes wrong grammar, but I think it's okay. Yeah,
Actually, ma'am, you said well that making mistake is a part of journey. Even experts make mistake, so it is not a big deal.
yeah,
We must focus on consistency and practice, and we
yeah,
must know when we are making mistake. Why did you
yeah,
correct your sentence and your word? Because you know that well, but
yeah,
practice lagging somewhere. But now you have got that consciousness and that mindfulness. Know that I am not using yes over there, so why should not I
yes,
correct my right now? So
yes,
and when we correct oneself at the same moment, so it reduces our fluency.
yes.
That's what I have observed.
So like going to rectify your mistake. So it affects. our fluency level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually, I believe that if you are speaking in the flow, so it's okay. You can make mistakes, and with that you can. Once you watch your session and you know that I'm making the same mistake, you can practice the same word and same sentence. So it you will not make the same mistake again. So I also asked one of my learners about grammar. So
Hmm.
my learners believe that grammar is not important to speak English. So what is your take on this? What do you think? Does grammar important in spoken English or not?
If you are, I assume that you must have aware like some tenses that is very important, some modal verbs that is important. If you are like you are starting from the zero level or from the scratch, so little bit knowledge of grammar is very important, like what is present tense, what is past, and what is future. But if you know all these things little bit, so you can start with whatever knowledge of grammar you have. After that, you can, in the process of learning, along with that, you can go through the little bit portion of grammar that is required for spoken English. Yeah,
Yeah, you correctly mentioned each and every aspect of grammar as well. How much grammar is important, we always get confused with it. We says that tenses are important, but how can I practice my tenses?
through all the tenses that are required and some model
Yeah.
words
Uh-huh.
according to your level. Day by day you can learn.
Yeah.
But initial stage, no need to go through all the grammar rule, otherwise you will get demotivated, or you
Yeah.
will close your book and stop learning or spoken English, do
Yeah.
practice spoken English. Yeah,
Ma'am, you have mentioned beautifully that all tenses are not important. Entire grammar is not important. We are not going to renovate grammar, right? It is all. It
yeah,
is already there. We do not need to create book as well. We do not need to write a grammar book. We only need some portion and some part of grammar for our spoken English, just like tenses. Seven tenses, as you mentioned, that seven tenses are important. Most
yeah,
and what I observe and it is my experience that most of time we speak in a past tense because
uh,
whenever I ask you about your experience, definitely it is in a simple past tense,
yeah,
maybe simple present tense as well, future tense. So most of time we use past tense. So we must know that how I'm using that past tense. And I have seen in my learners that they are good in present tense, but they always mix their past tense and present tense because of lack of practice and lack of knowledge that how to use that verbs. You mentioned that am is, are, was, where, have, has, to be and to have verbs.
yeah,
So we don't have that knowledge how we can use that verbs and
yes,
because of that we make mistakes. Like my parents does everything for me, so it is wrong sentence. There is
yeah,
only small mistake is there.
yes,
Parents are two, right, miss mom and dad. We must say
yeah,
my parents do everything for me. So
yes,
small mistakes are there and that makes a huge difference in your speech. It is
yes.
also if
But
I'm saying
no,
correctly.
but one thing is that if in your initial stage, if you are framing a sentence, my parents does not, it's okay. But as we are a very enthusiastic learner and we are going deep into this language, so that time it's very important to use where exactly means do parents do this work. That time it is important. But if you are a learner or you want just started your journey, so if you frame this sentence, so it front of the people definitely will understand you. Yeah.
But when if I'm facing interview and if I make the small mistake, definitely they will see your fluency, not your grammar. But it depends where are you? Are you preparing for any exam or
Yes.
competitive exam or that? If you are preparing for a competitive exam, they will not allow you single mistake. You will lose that marks. Even you are
Yes.
speaking of fluent English, fluency doesn't matter for them, but accuracy does for them.
There, it's very important to write all the correct sentences. Even a small mistake, you will lose your marks.
Yeah, yeah. They need
Yes.
to pay a lot for that for a small mistake. And entire practice will get down. Then like nothing
For
will help them.
spoken English, it is okay. But for
Yeah,
writing, or for giving any type of competitive examination, it's
yeah,
very important to means to get fluency of proficiency in that language. Yeah.
yeah. Ma'am, can you please mention top two books that has changed your life or that has make some impact on your life?
Two books. Please don't
Yeah.
ask for books, because to be very honest, I never read any book completely. But yes,
Uh,
in this year, I have decided to read at least 3 or 4 books, and so after that I will suggest, because if
yeah.
I give suggestion, I know I can give you, but I never go through all the books, so it is not good to give suggestion.
Actually, ma'am, I have suggestion for learners who are not good reader. Even I am not a good reader. I am inculcating my reading habits from last year, and how I choose book. It's I listen to audiobook. If that audiobook interests me, then only I prefer for that book. Otherwise,
Yes.
I waste my money in it because it is all about your interest. If that book doesn't interest you, so what is the point to buy that book without knowing that book, right? When we buy our clothes, we always think about our clothes. Okay, this color is not suiting on me. I don't want to invest my money there on there. We change many times and we try that dress for many times and for many shops as well. So it is about the knowledge that you are grabbing from that book. So how
Mm.
can you so hurry you be impulsive to buy a book. So I am not impulsive when if it is buying a book. I always think, I take time. If I like it, then I buy it. So recently I have completed one book to kill the mockingbird, and I have bought that book and I have started to reading that book as well.
Okay, but as I started my journey near about 15 or 16 months ago only, so I read only my daughter's books, not from now, since her childhood. Now she is in 6th grade. So I read all her books, means all subjects books. I read
Yeah,
only that. And along with that, I read newspaper. I think last 4 or 5 months,
yeah,
I'm very consistent with reading newspaper. And earlier I was not taking interest when I read newspaper. But I don't know what happened with me. I really take lots of interest reading newspaper,
yeah.
and I think around 1 hour, whole hour, I read newspaper with
Wow.
loudly. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think this also give me a lot of new vocabulary,
yeah,
confidence,
yeah,
and how to frame different types of sentence structure too.
yeah,
Yeah, but as you told that books are really very helpful, because when we read mostly novels or story books, so there we get very simple words, simple sentence structure, and
yeah,
mostly when in a spoken English helpful. That's the reason I also decided at least 4 or 5 books this year, whole completely thoroughly, so that I can get my fluency level and accuracy level more. Yeah.
yeah. So ma'am, thank you so much for your that you joined the session and you have shared your knowledge that how did you learn this language, and you have also mentioned different aspect of grammar as well, and how did you learn this language. And I like one thing about you, that you are learning this language not for you, but also for your daughter. So it is a
Yeah.
big change in our society that we are not only learning this language for oneself, but we are educating our generations. So it is a big change, I must say, in our society.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
I
have any question,
really actually enjoyed talking with you because I appreciate your fluency level and the way you are talking. I really enjoy talking with you. Yeah.
yeah, ma'am. Same here, ma'am. And wishing you delighted New Year as well.
Yeah, same to you. Same to you. Happy New Year. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So have a
Thank
great
you.
day for joining.
Have a
Take
great
care.
day too. Bye bye. Take care.